Did you know that the stories behind the glitz and glamour of Hollywood often hide profound sadness? Tony Curtis, a beloved figure in the film industry, left behind a legacy that is as complex as it is captivating. Despite his passing, the echoes of his life resonate deeply, yet his family seems to struggle with their grief. There are whispers that some wished he had never entered their lives, a sentiment that raises questions about the dynamics within his family. As we delve into the life of Tony Curtis, we must also consider his son, Nicholas. Just before his tragic end, Tony shared poignant thoughts about Nicholas that reveal a side of him few have seen. These reflections shed light on their relationship and the pain that lingered in the shadows. Stay with us as we uncover the layers of this story, exploring the heartache and revelations that surrounded Tony Curtis and his son. On September 17, 2011, an estate auction took place featuring the cherished memorabilia of actor Tony Curtis. This event attracted significant attention as it offered fans and collectors a chance to own a piece of Hollywood history. The auction raised over $1 million, with the proceeds benefiting his widow, Jill Vandenberg Curtis, as well as various charitable causes. However, the auction was not without controversy. In a surprising turn of events, Tony Curtis's children, including well-known actress Jamie Lee Curtis, were explicitly disinherited from his will. This revision of his will occurred just months before his passing, leaving many family members in shock and discontent. The decision to exclude his children from inheriting any part of his estate raised questions and stirred emotions among those close to him. The auction, while a celebration of his legacy, also highlighted the complexities of family dynamics and the impact of his final wishes on those he left behind. The juxtaposition of honoring his memory through the auction and the disinheritance created a poignant narrative that resonated with many. Olga Curtis, one of Tony Curtis's children, felt a deep sense of disappointment when sentimental items belonging to their father were sold at auction without their involvement. This situation arose when Jill Vandenberg Curtis, Tony's wife, took it upon herself to organize the auction independently. The decision to sell these cherished possessions left the family feeling sidelined, as they had hoped to have a say in what happened to their father's legacy. Among the notable items sold were iconic pieces such as paintings by Andy Warhol, which captured the essence of the art world, and the famous jacket worn by Tony Curtis in the classic film Some Like It Hot. Additionally, personal letters exchanged with various celebrities were also part of the auction. Unfortunately, none of these treasured items were kept for his children, further deepening their sense of loss and disappointment regarding their father's legacy. Julian's Auction House announced that Tony Curtis had approved the auction of his belongings, claiming it was his wish to do so. This declaration came despite the strong outrage from his family, who suspected that there was undue influence involved in the revision of his will. The situation became more complicated when Kelly Lee Curtis, Tony's daughter, filed a lawsuit against the estate. In her lawsuit, she alleged that her father's decision to change the beneficiaries was made under duress, menace, fraud, or undue influence. This legal action highlighted the tensions within the family and raised questions about the circumstances surrounding the will's revision. The family's concerns about the legitimacy of the auction and the will changes reflected a deeper struggle over Tony Curtis's legacy and the intentions behind his decisions. As the legal proceedings unfolded, the public became increasingly aware of the complexities involved in managing the estate of a beloved actor, revealing the often hidden conflicts that can arise after a celebrity's passing. The outcome of the lawsuit could have significant implications for how Tony Curtis's estate is handled and who ultimately benefits from his legacy. Jill Vandenberg Curtis has taken a strong stance in defending the will of her late husband, Tony Curtis. She asserts that his children were fully aware of his decision to exclude them from his estate prior to his passing. This claim suggests that the tensions within the family were not merely a result of legal manipulation, but rather stemmed from deeper, long-standing issues. The situation highlights the complexities of family relationships, especially in the wake of a significant loss. While Jill has been vocal about her position, Jamie Lee Curtis, Tony's daughter, has remained publicly silent on the matter. However, as the lawsuit progresses, there is a possibility that she may become involved. This potential involvement could further illustrate the intricate dynamics at play within the Curtis family. The unfolding events reveal how grief can complicate relationships and lead to disputes over legacy and memory. The situation remains delicate, with emotions running high as family members navigate their feelings and the legal implications of Tony Curtis's decisions. Born into a world of hardship, Tony Curtis faced significant challenges from the very beginning. His parents were Jewish-Hungarian immigrants who settled in East Harlem, a neighborhood that was not easy to navigate. Growing up, he dealt with the complexities of having a mother who suffered from schizophrenia, which added to the instability of his early life. The loss of his younger brother was a devastating blow that led to his placement in an orphanage. This experience was formative, shaping his understanding of family and belonging. In his youth, Curtis found himself drawn into a neighborhood gang, a choice that could have led him down a dark path. However, a pivotal moment came during his time at Boy Scout camp. This experience opened his eyes to new possibilities and ignited a passion for acting. The camaraderie and structure of the camp provided a stark contrast to his earlier life, steering him away from delinquency and toward a brighter future. It was here that he began to envision a life beyond the struggles of his childhood, setting the stage for his later success in Hollywood. After joining the Navy during World War II, Tony Curtis began to pursue his passion for acting. His journey started in the late 1940s when he took on small roles in films, gradually building his reputation in Hollywood. He worked hard to hone his craft, taking acting lessons and performing in various productions. His early roles included appearances in films like Criss-Cross and The Black Shield of Falworth, which showcased his talent and charisma. As he gained more experience, Curtis's career began to take off. He became known for his good looks and charm, which helped him land more significant roles. His breakthrough came with the classic comedy Some Like It Hot, where he starred alongside Marilyn Monroe and Jack Lemmon. This film not only solidified his status as a leading man, but also showcased his comedic talent. Another notable film was The Defiant Ones, where he played a convict alongside Sidney Poitier. This role earned him an Academy Award nomination, and further established him as a versatile actor capable of handling serious dramatic roles. Throughout his career, Curtis continued to take on diverse characters, leaving a lasting impact on the film industry. Tony Curtis's charm and versatility made him a Hollywood icon, starring in films across genres from comedies to dramas, gaining worldwide recognition as a multifaceted actor. He captivated audiences with his good looks and talent, appearing in classics like Some Like It Hot and Spartacus. His ability to switch from light-hearted roles to serious characters showcased his range and solidified his status in the film industry. However, despite his professional success, Tony Curtis faced significant personal struggles. His life was marked by a series of failed marriages, including high-profile unions with actress Janet Leigh and others, which often drew public attention and scrutiny. Additionally, he battled addiction issues that complicated his personal relationships and affected his career. These challenges painted a complex picture of a man who, while celebrated for his on-screen achievements, dealt with deep personal turmoil behind the scenes. His journey reflects the often hidden struggles that can accompany fame and success in Hollywood. Tony Curtis's dedication to painting became a second career later in life, showcasing his artistic versatility beyond his Hollywood fame. He embraced painting with passion, creating works that were displayed in renowned museums and exhibitions. This artistic journey allowed him to express himself in new ways, revealing a side of him that many fans may not have known. His paintings often reflected his experiences and emotions, adding depth to his legacy as an artist. In his personal life, Tony Curtis's final marriage was to Jill Vandenberg, who was 42 years his junior. Their relationship was marked by a close bond, with Jill standing by him through the ups and downs of life. She remained with him until his death, providing support and companionship. After Curtis passed away, Jill defended his final wishes in court, demonstrating her commitment to honoring his legacy. Their partnership was a testament to love that transcended age, and it highlighted the importance of companionship in the later years of life. The tragic death of Nicholas Curtis, Tony Curtis's son, at the young age of 23 from a heroin overdose, left a profound impact on the actor. Tony Curtis openly expressed his deep grief over the loss of his child, a pain that no parent should have to endure. Nicholas's death was not just a personal tragedy. It also sparked legal proceedings that brought to light serious allegations. Friends of Nicholas were charged with manslaughter, accused of distributing the heroin that ultimately led to his untimely passing. This situation highlighted the dangers of drug use and the responsibilities of those who provide substances to others. The legal ramifications of Nicholas's death served as a stark reminder of the consequences that can arise from addiction and the tragic outcomes that can follow. Tony Curtis's sorrow was compounded by the public nature of the events, as he navigated the complexities of loss while dealing with the legal implications surrounding his son's death. The entire ordeal was a heartbreaking chapter in the life of a man who had already faced many challenges in his career and personal life. The grief of losing a child is unimaginable, and for Tony Curtis, it was a reality that would forever change him. In later life, Tony Curtis and his daughter Jamie Lee Curtis rekindled their interest in their Jewish heritage. This journey led them to support various projects aimed at restoring Jewish synagogues and cemeteries in Hungary. Their efforts were not just about preservation. They were deeply rooted in honoring the memories of those who suffered during the Holocaust. To further this mission, Tony Curtis founded the Emanuel Foundation for Hungarian Culture. This foundation was established to pay tribute to Holocaust victims and to ensure that Jewish culture and history are not forgotten. Through the foundation, they worked tirelessly to maintain and restore important cultural sites, reflecting a strong commitment to their roots. The work of the Emanuel Foundation serves as a reminder of the importance of cultural heritage and the need to remember the past. It highlights the significance of family, identity, and the enduring impact of history on future generations. The dedication shown by Tony and Jamie Lee Curtis in these projects illustrates their deep connection to their heritage and their desire to keep it alive for years to come. Tony Curtis's autobiography and his involvement in various documentaries reveal much about his life, including his experiences in Hollywood, his family dynamics, and the difficulties he faced growing up. He often reflected on the glamorous yet challenging world of film, sharing stories that highlighted both the highs and lows of his career. Curtis's journey was not just about fame. It was also marked by personal struggles. In his later years, he battled serious health issues that significantly impacted his life. He faced a cocaine addiction and alcoholism, which took a toll on his well-being. Additionally, he suffered from chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, commonly known as COPD, a condition that resulted from his long history of smoking. These health challenges added layers to his story, showing that behind the charming persona was a man who fought hard against his demons. His candid reflections in his writings and documentaries provide a deeper understanding of the complexities of his life and the resilience he displayed in the face of adversity. On September 29, 2010, Tony Curtis passed away from cardiac arrest, leaving behind a rich legacy as both an actor and an artist. His widow and children reflected on his life, celebrating the impact he had on the film industry and the world of art. Tony Curtis was known for his charm and talent, captivating audiences with his performances in classic films. His family took time to honor his contributions, remembering not just his roles on screen, but also his passion for painting and creativity. The memorial service held in his memory was a gathering of numerous Hollywood icons, showcasing the respect and admiration he garnered throughout his career. Among those present was his daughter, Jamie Lee Curtis, who spoke movingly about her father's artistic achievements. She highlighted how his work in film and his dedication to art inspired many, ensuring that his legacy would continue to resonate with future generations. The service was a heartfelt tribute to a man who had touched many lives through his art and presence. Tony Curtis's life was filled with both triumphs and tragedies, reflecting the complexities of fame and family. His relationship with his son, Nicholas, was particularly poignant. In his final days, Tony expressed deep sorrow over the struggles Nicholas faced, revealing a father's heartache that many did not see. The pressures of being the son of a Hollywood icon weighed heavily on Nicholas, leading to a life marked by challenges. Tony's reflections on their bond highlighted a desire for connection and understanding, even amidst the turmoil. As the family dealt with their grief, it became clear that the legacy of Tony Curtis was not just about his films, but also about the emotional scars left behind. The whispers of regret from some family members suggest a complicated dynamic, where love and pain intertwined. This story serves as a reminder that behind the glamour of Hollywood, there are often hidden struggles that can leave lasting impacts on those involved. The tragic end of Nicholas adds another layer to this narrative, emphasizing the need for compassion and support in the face of personal battles.